As the pig rocks back and forth, it also turns and faces towards Ig, and then it opens its mouth and speaks. Are these your friends? Do you just, like, blast fire at it?
Yeah, immediately. It's a wooden pig that's rocking towards me menacingly. Of course I'm gonna shoot it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. A little recap. So we've got our adventurers Azon, the monk druid multiclass, and Ig, the rogue druid multiclass, and Gael, the cleric. Thank you for being the only one. Traveled the continent in search of magical creatures and harvesting magical components under the hire of a corporation, using the results to craft magical items. The skill was forgotten in time and only recently rediscovered, making it extremely lucrative. Their employer led them to the front line of a war between the western and eastern halves of the continent, between mammalian races and a culture of lizard-like peoples. These reptilian soldiers noticed something different about the magic of their fellow adventurer Kesra, who is a sorcerer/warlock, due to her possession and research of a peculiar spellbook. She was kidnapped in a battle at a camp, like a war camp, and soared off into the sunset inside the ribcage of a massive undead dragon. Unwilling to wait for a plan with the army, the two remaining party members pressed onward. I can't count. Whatever. They caught up and eventually added Munashi, the rogue bard, due to his knowledge of the area, but his reasons for joining are not fully clear to them. They pressed eastward, and eventually went into a strange, mystical black desert. This desert reacts strangely with moonlight, leaving people caught unaware to tirelessly walk through the night. The foursome safely traveled for days, but eventually were spotted by enemy scouts who were more prepared for the environment. The enemy was content to let them fall for the hypnotic trance of the desert, and our lovely adventurers found themselves, after moonset, in front of an obsidian portal with stained glass gateway that led them to this maze-like dungeon, exhausted. Purchased this material long ago before some severe accusations came out against the artists. The things that intrigue me about the module are the factions and characters written by Patrick Stewart, and not that Patrick Stewart. So the art is only provided for context and contrast. So, as we begin, you find yourself in a spacious hallway. Walls, ceiling, and floor are stone covered in greenery. Lanterns are few, with long patches of shadow between them. I am not fully ready with some of my books. But what do you guys like to do first?
Sleep.
You do not see any beds.
Right. I would say because we have, 2 levels of exhaustion, and we're still not fixed up from the last fight, right?
Pretty much, yes.
2 of you had, like, meditation or whatever. 2 of us did not. So, I'm in the camp of leveled up, but not noticing any difference.
Oh,
someone else is.
I also had something else to say. Where did I put that? Oh, yeah. So in here, the maze plays with your senses. Imagine like a non-Euclidean space. North, south, east, and west have basically no meaning to you anymore, and occasionally up and down barely have any meaning. Imagine like descending a ramp to enter a new room, but when you go back the way you came, the rooms are on the same level. But just for a sense of like getting places, we have to use those directions. But just keep in mind additional confusion and chaos as we go through this.
Wow, Yeah, I would just probably spend some time gathering my bearings. Are the other reptiles around us?
Uh, you see them through the stained glass gateway you guys are surrounding. They are surrounding the portal from the other side, but you appear to be alone here.
So they basically pushed us through and they're watching us from the outside
Yes.
and they don't want to come in?
They don't seem to be going in right now.
That bodes really well for us.
Yeah, I'm concerned, but also what was I looking for here?
We don't have much an alternative to going outside, I suppose, with the moonlight, though.
I mean, the moonlight was fine for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
We came in
You
during
probably miss
daytime.
it a little, those of you
Oh,
who succumb to
yeah.
it. But the moon has set, so there's no longer moonlight outside.
We walked in as, it was daytime.
Oh, so does that mean like it's
Safe?
full
No.
of clothes? Is it safe now? Hopefully it feels that way.
That's not what I understood.
It's when you regain your senses is when the moon set. So, what was I going to say? There seems to be quite a large force outside.
Oh.
Like back through the door?
Yeah, back through the stained glass portal.
How a large force?
There was a giant, at least among them, and a bunch of lizards last I remember.
Yeah, I don't know if we can take them all in our current
And they
position.
pointed us to the portal, and we didn't have a problem getting into the portal because we felt like it was more advantageous than staying out of the portal. That's last I remember. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have walked in.
We're away from them now, so that is a good thing. But okay, I'll probably spend some time gathering my bearings and like fussing around and like looking around. Does what all senses do I feel like are kind of screwy? Like everything's just different. Like
You just
my
feel,
sense of
like 5% dizzy. That's basically it. It's a little bit off balance.
Since I'm dizzy and exhausted, I'm not even going to make an attempt to see my surroundings that well, because that doesn't make sense. So I'm probably just going to be shambling here and there.
So we're role playing as Michael in his kitchen last night.
Yes.
true. It's true.
Though he had a
I'm gonna
little
give
more sense.
I'm gonna give a nice big puff on my my incense here. Help me clear my mind.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it kind of
Um,
is it kind of dim in here? Or is
Your
it
instance is not as relieving because you were one of the people who was seduced by the desert, weren't you?
I think he was.
Because so your incense does not give the relief that you seek.
I'm not
right
a
now.
fan of that at all. Okay. I can't remember. I know I asked this if I can use. I mean, I should be able to use the healer feat with a healing kit on myself, right?
I think we talked about that last time, and I said probably not because like there are places you can get wounded and stuff that you can't really work on yourself to that extent.
Right. Okay. That's
Just
fair enough.
says tend to a creature. So then, yeah, you got to figure out if a creature includes yourself or not. But I don't know how that ruling works.
DM discretion, that's fine.
It may not be, but that's for you two to figure out.
No, this one thing says you are a creature.
Well, we'll just my priority is to like fix up my, I guess, mostly superficial injuries and anybody else's, which is basically
doing
only
good.
me. Like Ig is little bit scuffed up, but I'll probably just ignore it.
Might be a good idea. Because
Yeah,
remember,
that's
you can only use it once per short rest on the person. On each
Once
person.
per day, I think, wasn't it? Or
I thought it was
I
per rest.
mm,
Let me pull up
I'll
healing
look
kit
into
again.
it's been 2 weeks
I'll
since I looked at
I'll
it.
look
I got
into
it.
it.
Oh yeah, one short rest is
Yeah.
fine.
Short or long rest.
Shit, there we go. Okay.
Well,
Mm,
You might
So
want to put that
or-
feat in your character sheet for later.
I
It is.
will describe kind of what you sense about the adjacent rooms.
Yeah. Because
to-
I'm gonna be real, I don't know what I'm looking at in general. So
Yeah,
descriptors would be good.
Yeah, you basically can't really rely on the art at all.
Mhm.
So to the south, you can't really see much, but there is on the eastern wall. So you have to kind of get in the doorway to see it. There is a massive carved obsidian like mural of a boat on a wave in a storm, and it's like 6 feet tall.
oh, okay.
And to the north, the the greenery that's kind of growing on the walls here is not as prevalent on the pillar that reaches around the center of the room. And this pillar, the stone has a strange texture that you would have to investigate. There's a bright lantern hanging from the top of the pillar.
I don't care which way we go, but I do want to find a place that I can lay down. So, let's just.
I was say because we wouldn't have any real reason to suspect that it's this area that we're in that's making us feel confused, rather than the
It's
fact that
probably
we're
just
out in that.
exhaustion.
Yeah. So
This is probably just like
It's not really that kind of confusion. It's more just like if your characters try to like make sense of where rooms are in relation to each other, things don't often add up.
okay.
5 votes for south.
Yeah, let's just go that way. That's fine.
Fair
Time's
enough.
frozen though, so I don't.
Yeah, I
The
can't move.
coin suspended in the air. I'm only expecting it. Oh, there
Frozen
it goes.
time.
It's tails
Frozen
now.
time. Frozen time. You
Yeah.
say? Huh?
That's right.
Good look.
Yeah, so as you approach closer, you can more easily see the carved obsidian mural.
Dang, that's nuts.
Yep, that's a mural.
For sure. What's the temperature in this place like?
It feels like without direct sunlight, there's just kind of a cool caveness to it. It's not like freezing or anything, but it's cool.
Is there any like air movement?
Not much, no.
And you said this is like it's got a roof over the top and stuff.
Yes, there's a ceiling.
Open to the air. Okay.
How tall is the ceiling?
It varies from room to room, but we'll just say an average of 10 feet.
Okay, Tim's okay.
Way more claustrophobic then. Okay.
Yeah, this is a little cramped.
I mean, maybe not an average of 10 feet, maybe like a minimum of 10 feet.
Minimum.
But,
Let's keep
We'll
moving.
keep walking.
What these boots are made
comfortable.
for.
I don't have detect magic prepared, so I can't like. It's like we're going down this hallway now. Now those
Uh,
arrows we see on the ground, are those visible to us? Like those markings that we see?
what do you mean?
So like
where I'm
down
at.
here, yeah, we're
What's the question?
the
Like the
arrows.
arrow.
Are these a part of the
Like,
actual like
I don't even know what
structure?
they mean. It just,
Oh,
Oh.
okay. They're just kind of there. Okay.
yeah. Bryce and the rest of the crew, you see some damaged stone steps. You are at the top of them, and they descend into the east and the south.
We should
Uh-huh.
try
Let's
and
go
find
south.
a. We should try and find a cozy room here to sleep in, cause. Are we hearing anything like as we walk, like any other sounds? Or is it just us?
There are occasionally far off echoes of sound, but there is like a strange quietness to the place. In the center of the southern room, this room is pretty well maintained, but there is an executioner's block. Above it is an unlit lamp.
I'd like to light the lamp.
I have a suspicion that the way you light it is not with normal fire.
Shooting the lamp with the fire to light it.
Prove me wrong.
The lamp is having some strange effects as its light shines on you. All of your faces, you like look at each other, and your faces, they just become like so much more generic. Like you're looking at each other, and you can't tell each other apart hardly anymore. Any identifying facial features are just not identifiable.
So how does he look from here?
The lantern has a radius of 30 feet, so he's still looking pretty generic.
Huh. Does
Um,
light work that way? Where if we have torches too, more dynamically, I mean.
yeah, like the light will react to walls in this program, if that's what you're asking.
Neat. Yeah, that was.
That is pretty neat. I like that.
Yeah, maybe this room isn't for us.
Can I
The
take
lantern is
lantern?
removable. It's not like bolted in or anything.
I'm gonna grab it and then unlight it.
Okay.
I assume there's like a wick thing that I can bring down.
Yeah, you can
versus
blow
just
it
not
out or similar,
for
sure.
that. I'll do that and take it. How does
If
he look? Does he look normal now, or is it still kind of weird?
the effects appear to be temporary and only exist within the light of the lantern.
Neat.
Pretty neat.
Well, that was startling.
I don't know how this is going to be useful, but I guess if we're bringing it, okay.
Yeah.
So the next question is, does each lantern have a different effect?
If you want to add that to your inventory,
Yeah.
write the number 240 next to it, just so I can look it up.
Okay. I have to figure out how to do it in non-pop-up. Okay, there we go.
You start going back up the staircase, and it does not go to this bottom right room, but it does go to the... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Where's the regular ruler? Yeah, you can go to the east with it.
Kind of peek my head in here.
Oh, God.
My Goliath eyes see.
Yeah, what is? Oh my
A
god.
toy rocking pig made sinister by enormous age in cracked black wood. It creaks back and forth slowly in the dark. and the silence of the area is just broken by this creaking as this rocking pig just reeks back and forth.
How big is it?
Anyone want to ride it?
Which of your characters, which is the youngest? Would that be Ig, maybe? Or Azon?
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you, but the sheet 24.
Yeah, where is my age story? Biography. Okay. I don't know if I put my age on here.
Azon could be
There was a thing
20
on
or
Roll20.
40.
Yeah, he's an elf,
Or
so there's
80.
no way he's 24.
That's what I thought. I'm not younger
Oh.
than. I'm not the youngest. I'm half elf.
Roll20 had an age spot, and then this doesn't, so it like yeeted the ages. So you'd have to like manually add them. Because I remember I had to go to Roll20 to see.
Wait, real quick. My character sheets and stuff are totally the same as they used to be, though. Is that like what are you
Yes.
talking about? Your details getting needed, though.
Some
I
of
said Roll20.
Oh, okay.
some
Yeah,
of
remember when we
the
used to play on that?
forms
Yeah,
are not
okay.
exactly
I
the same.
thought you were saying like all the UI stuff for this was changed. I was like,
No, I was saying that the age was yeeted from
Gotcha.
from Roll20 because there was an actual category for age, and there isn't on this
Gotcha.
one.
As the pig rocks back and forth, it also turns and faces towards Ig, and then it opens its mouth and speaks. Are these your friends? Do you just like blast fire at it?
Yeah, immediately. It's a wooden pig that's rocking towards me menacingly. Of course, I'm going to shoot it.
How tall was it? Did you say?
It's only like 3 feet tall or something, like a rocking horse.
Honestly, that makes it even creepier to
As
me.
soon as Ig lets off a fireball, produces flame, I am going to whip out my mace and also swing.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Oh,
darting
no.
over this way. Weapons drawn.
From getting caught aflame, it lets out a horrifying squeal, and then Gael ends the squeal with a powerful blow.
Nice. Accomplished, boys.
However,
I look at
okay.
Ig and I'm like, I got you, fam.
Yeah. I don't get freaked out by much, but even me, I'm just like, no, we're good. That bodes really well for us.
Okay, so I will like meta let you guys know kind of sort of the mechanics. But you wouldn't necessarily know it in game.
Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Okay.
Bully us. Uh-oh. Maybe not.
A torch that was hanging on the wall goes out.
Oh! Is it like pitch black in here now, or?
I'll say sure. Well, I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it's gonna be cool or not.
I don't like that at all.
Because if I set it up correctly, then you guys should temporarily lose global vision.
Yeah.
I
can see the map,
Yeah.
but I can't see people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, you would be able to see lights coming from adjacent rooms. But this is kind of the only tool I have.
Gotcha.
I guess I'll just light it back up but
Flame on!
if I really trusted in Foundry, I would like add light sources to every room and then disable global illumination. But I feel like that would be absolute chaos. I don't know how many like hundreds of light sources that'd be. Anyway. So it's dark in here, but you can.
Hundreds of lights or rooms in here, kid.
I'm just gonna say you currently in room 236. So
with my dim light vision, I pull out my lantern of revealing, and I'll light that up.
there's nothing invisible in this room.
That's cool. It's mostly just to help see right now, but
So is it just like broken wood from the little rocking pig? What?
what do you want to ride the rocking pig now? Now that we've
No, I
spent
want to look at like the remains of it.
Oh yeah.
New text.
Sure, yeah, okay.
It looks to be, it was once finely crafted, but has just been in disrepair.
I'm gonna be real dumb and I'm gonna pick up a piece of it and look at it. Do like a see if it looks like different than a normal wood.
It's a black wood. It doesn't appear like it was painted.
Hmm.
So
It's not like
it's
sooty or
unusual,
anything, right?
at least. I don't think so.
Okay. I'm gonna drop it and then still cast prestidigitation to clean my hands. Just because.
Where was
Does it-
the torch that went out?
Let's say in the top right corner.
Top right corner. Okay. So if I use produce flame and just hold it in my hand, am I actually able to see around me?
Yes.
Does that work?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I'm going to continue to walk in, towards the light. Or, well, the torch that isn't light. And then I'm going to try to... Let me recheck this.
I'll let you relight the torch if you want.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything saying I can't. It just doesn't harm me or my equipment, so I just try to relight it and see what happens.
Can you roll either perception or investigation?
I can definitely roll perception.
It looks like the kind of the fabric that wraps around the head of a torch, the burnable material is pretty much exhausted on this. It relights, but it might not stay lit for long.
Well, then I'm gonna take that torch out, place one of my torches in, and then light that in the holster. We'll see what that does.
We'll say it fits, and the room is lit again. It's still, if that's the only light source in the room, the other opposite corner is a little dark, but...
Right. I don't know how to remove single instances of torches. That didn't work. Because I have 5.
Undefined pounds.
I don't have any torches in my pack.
Like, it
I'm
says I have
stupid.
5, but it won't let me, oh, here we go, quantity 4. And then I'm gonna just mark that I have the torch from that room. Torch from Piggy room. That's how I'll mark it. Just to make sure.
Munashi, in the next room, you see a bird chained to a rail in the central column. It has like a leash with a wheel on it that's kind of attached to the rail, and it kind of walks back and forth, and its leash, you can hear its leash clinking and like echoing. It is not a normal creature. It kind of gives off light a little bit, like a soft red light.
Soft red light, huh?
Ooh, a phoenix.
Where's the bird?
It's imagine like
Zerosh?
I'm imagining. Have you ever been to what's that like pizza restaurant that has like a train track around the top?
Lost me.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a Happy Joe's kind of place.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, there's like a rail along the ceiling, and this bird is chained to the rail, so it can like walk around near the ceiling.
Gotcha.
It seems to be walking. It picks up its step as it notices you and walks further away.
But is it just one big circle, right?
This rail appears to connect to some of the adjacent rooms.
I'm gonna start following the bird.
I'm gonna just, speech of the woods and
Oh.
tell the bird, "Hey, we're cool. We don't mean you harm. What's going on with you, buddy?"
Um, I don't know if this qualifies as beast, but I will let you make an animal handling check.
I mean, if it doesn't qualify as beast, you can just say it doesn't talk back, and then I get to make whatever.
Well, it's
You
not
know.
it's not going to talk back, but you can try.
Oof.
Okay. Well, if it doesn't talk back, I'm basically gonna look at them and go, it's not responding right. That's weird. I might not get too close to it.
It will leave into the into the room to the right, and in its absence, you feel like the room gets darker. And
Which of you have detect magic stuff on you?
I don't have it
Or
prepared. I
detect
need
magic.
a long rest.
I don't have it either.
Hmm.
I need
'Cause
a. We need a few
every
hours
step
of sleep.
Yeah, every step we take, we're gonna be walking into some weird, possibly magic shit, and I'm almost as blind as I am with my actual eyes on
Yeah,
this.
but we'd have to pick when to use detect magic, and we have finite spell slots. So, like, I'm not
Yeah.
sure that's the answer to every question here.
Oh, I get
We've
that,
already walked through like
but
5 rooms, and we'd already be out of spell slots at that point, or close to it.
detect magic lasts an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now it just follows you around.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
based on you. Like this
oh,
is
I
the
see.
center of you.
I
So
thought
you
it
can
was
turn.
more.
yeah, I did too.
Okay.
It
That makes it
follows you
much
around,
better.
and it's kind of like having like a metal detector. It's just on you.
Right.
Oh, that's much better. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Shadows in the corner of the room start seem like they're growing.
Well,
And-
follow the bird.
It went to the right.
This
I'm
bird
gonna
better not
follow
be
the bird.
walking us into some other trap.
Easy.
Oh, this room.
Big, get it talking.
Oh.
From the room you left, you can hear like
Wow.
grinding and clicking sounds.
Is there room to be in there, or
Yeah.
is
What are
that
you?
just
Why are you not
dark?
stepping
What's
in?
going
Oh,
on?
okay.
Okay, well, if it's just pure black. I actually thought
Yeah,
it was a
it's
wall.
Is this
I
like a
didn't-
black floor or something, or?
No, it's just representation that like the bird is the light source, kind of, sorta.
Sure.
Is the bird here?
Yeah, the bird's here.
Okay.
Does the bird
It-
appear to be like worried or anything? Like freaked out by us, or is it just kind of like almost leading us
It
away?
is extremely cautious of you guys and is trying to be on the opposite side of the room as you.
We're gonna do
Interesting.
this real quick because I haven't done it for the day anyways. We're gonna just do this, and then I'm gonna toss everybody a good berry. I'm gonna eat one, and then I'm gonna throw one over towards the bird.
I'll let you make a new animal handling check. It's a different circumstance.
But still, same scary egg.
Unfortunate.
No, not your day today.
All right, well, it's time to kill the bird.
Where's the bird at?
Don't you have to speak with
Exactly in the room.
Yeah, it didn't work. Remember,
We've been through this,
Yeah.
Michael.
I told you guys to be cautious of it because it didn't respond to my ability to speak to animals. So I
Bird
ain't
is kind of leaning in this
Shit.
this corner up here for now, because that seems to be where you guys are not.
Yo, I
Hey,
think that bird's a
Zon.
monster, guys.
I will
Hey,
just
Zon, I got an idea.
just for knowledge's sake, I'll say the rail extends to these rooms, and you saw it extend south before, and it extends south from here, so it doesn't go upwards.
Oh,
So it
Oh, we've got it cornered.
yeah.
kind of has it cornered.
Perfect.
So, Azon, get on the other side of where that bird can possibly go to.
Gael, is that pretty close to where you're standing?
Sure. I mean, I would say that's exactly where.
The scraping, the scraping and clanking sounds that are in the darkness behind you,
Mm-hmm.
they seem to be getting closer.
Egg, could I borrow that NPC lantern, please?
Actually,
Yes.
do you still have your invisible lantern lit, Azon?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's wind this back a little bit.
Mhm.
There are 12 invisible skeletons in the last room.
Mm.
They are chasing after the bird. But they're like
Shambling, or
yeah,
actually
they're
scooting?
they have like broken legs and like chained together. They're extremely slow, but they are just limping after anything that moves.
And just to visualize
Ah.
that was basically the entire room was skeletons that whole time.
Well, they came from the south.
Okay.
The bird kind of just like runs in a circle, and they run in a circle forever.
Do we hear them shambling, or can we only see their
You
invisible?
hear grinding and clanking,
Oh, okay.
and
Like bone grinding, not like stone grinding. Like bone and metal.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm prepared to deal with these skeletons. Shall we
I'm
put them
unaware
to
of the
rest?
skeletons.
Oh wait, how much do you get for the good berries?
1 HP.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you do get 1 HP.
Well, I'll take it.
It's more about the fact that you've eaten now for the day and you're good. You don't need no more food.
Do the
Might be
skeletons look
important.
aggressive?
When has a skeleton ever not?
Hey man,
They are doing
Can't-
that stereotypical like undead zombie skeleton thing where they're just like grasping towards
So
the general
can
direction.
I see them?
When they are within the light of his lantern, you may
What's that, 30 feet?
yeah, I would say
probably.
here's the
So I'm gonna turn around and look at the shambling noise. And
Oh, no. Where the fuck's a normal ruler?
It's under the player
Oh,
tab.
right.
Before any of you attack it, I want to try something. Or attack
wanna
one
try
of them.
something?
I'm gonna scoot forward and I'm gonna try to
What?
cast Franz on one of them.
What?
Huh?
I want to see if it works.
I don't know what that spell is.
did Franz work?
I'm trying to look.
But you said
Creature.
France.
Give
Like
me
I was like,
France.
how is casting France on them gonna like?
Trying to get that white flag out
Does
of them.
friends only work on?
It says creatures.
It says a creature that's not hostile towards you, and
Yeah.
that's
Well,
not.
that's what I was checking, because if it doesn't work, then I know they're hostile. I didn't... Because
They're
from Inashi's perspective, it'd be like, I wasn't sure if they'd be only going after, like, the bird, and they didn't care about us. But
they'll
Oh, I
go
see what
after anything, and they
Okay.
do not respond to your magic. We're not sure why. It's not like a friend detector.
well, I just assumed, because if it could work, then they may not be. Oh well, yeah.
I tried to turn them.
He's doing it.
Or I could say, okay, you have advantage on your charisma check, and then now you just take away your advantage because it didn't work. What
Fair
what
enough.
charisma check are you trying against your skeletons? Anyway, You were thinking of something, Gael?
Looks like he did some.
Oh,
He did
I
try and do
went.
something.
Destroy undead. You are like 9th level, 10th level. What level are you?
Technically 9th, because we talked a little bit about.
Yes. Oh shit! We forgot to have a conversation.
That's fine.
About
Me and him.
oh,
As
No
people.
use allowed.
It's an A/B conversation.
Yeah. D.
So Michael your way out of
Fuck.
it.
I will say the undead just completely vaporize.
Oh, problem solved.
What's that bird doing?
It does like a little like the wave of energy that emanated from Gael scared it, so it flaps its wings and sprints past you guys into the south room.
I'm gonna walk down there and just kind of like talk to the bird as I'm walking down, trying to help calm it down.
I'm just gonna
Do
watch
I-
because I'm a failure and can't talk to animals anymore.
I'm
You're
gonna
I need
sulking.
to learn. I need to learn from a master.
And
I'm gonna
can
check for more
could I
skeletons.
teach Ig how to talk to animals?
Please do.
I'm gonna go with Munashi and try to make sure there aren't any more skeletons around here. Cause I
Oh my god!
Oh, I see what I was doing wrong.
Yeah, you need to be a big hulking Goliath man to be able to talk to
19
small
years
creatures.
of my life
I'll be right back.
completely down the
Oh,
shitter.
what is this guy?
It turns out, my entire life has been a sham. What have I been doing?
You listen to him speak.
Fucking D&D, man.
It's because you're being too much of a nice guy.
In this case, I'm just imagining that, I'm tired as fuck. And I
Yeah.
haven't slept.
Oh,
and I'm
technically,
just
you
like,
guys all have disadvantage on skill checks.
That's true.
I should have been.
Not that it
unfortunate.
matters for me, but,
So you failed anyway. Oof.
still better
Hey
than
yo,
I
bird
did.
baby, come
Yeah,
over
it's
here.
still
Let me
not
talk
bad.
to you.
I will say the shadows that seemed to exist when the bird was not present seemed to retreat, and the bird recognizes some sort of change,
Coward shadows.
and it seems to calm down a lot. It is still like up near the ceiling. Maybe barely Gael could reach towards it.
So what is it, like a 10-foot ceiling then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What level is your druid?
Oh, me? You talking to fucking me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, you fucking wish I knew.
Is it high
Hold
enough to
on.
turn into a bird? I'm gonna assume
It's
not.
level 5.
That's
Alright?
not high
I'm
enough to
5
turn
and
into
5
a-
right now. I
That's
got
not
that
high enough.
50-50 spread, my guy.
Yeah, he's going for it. What level do you get to turn into a bird? Is it 8?
Yeah, you
I
need
don't know.
8s to fly as a druid.
But you can
Hmm.
swim, I think. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
I can swim. You ever see any fucking water? I don't.
Munashi and I walked into this southern room. What does that look like?
There's no light source here. There's no like lanterns or torches on the wall or anything.
Hmm.
You just see the glowing red light from the bird in the room between you guys.
Any skeletons in here?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk right here, also just to see what's going on. But I'm not gonna enter the room. I'm gonna go right to the edge of it.
Don't scare the bird.
You see in that room, Munashi.
Actually, because Bryce had to leave, so
Well, this
Sure.
is just a little balcony. Some of the plant life around here is rotting, but otherwise it's
Mhm.
nice.
Huh.
Oh, you must have grown that.
All right, listen here. We're not metagaming, okay?
Uh, my bad.
Let's keep real life mistakes out of this campaign, okay?
My bad.
Okay.
My bad. That was
Okay.
my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be rude. Why are you dragging him, dude?
I'm just
That
gonna
was
shrug and
my
turn back
bad, our
around.
We're
basement.
supportive in this channel, okay?
Yeah, that's us.
All right,
So supportive.
how do you coo the bird? How's the bird cooing going?
It has calmed down. It is not trusting enough to let people reach towards it, but it will stay in the room with you if you don't get pushy.
What do I have? Let me check my inventory real quick here.
Did it eat my berry?
Because the rail is kind of like a floating thing and there's not a platform up there, you threw it towards it, but it kind of just missed and like hit the wall and fell on the floor.
Right. Because it was up there. That makes sense.
So, okay.
So you can retrieve it if you want.
No. It's dirty now.
Think of all that nutrition going to
It's
waste.
still fine.
I mean, it's gonna go to waste at the end of the day, anyways. He'll come back for it.
So come down here. Do we see them in the other room?
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. I would like to peek out on the balcony.
It's not like that. There's no like balcony to the outside. It's just like just a little plain area.
What's going on over
There's
here?
a table.
The table. You said the plants were decaying?
Just some of them like have brown spots, and you just smell a little bit of plant rot.
You smell a little bit of plant rot. If I hover my lantern of revealing over them, does it reveal anything?
You don't notice anything.
Okay.
They definitely look like they're rotten.
Yeah, I know plants. I'm big into plants, you know.
That's right.
There's a room with a table and some plants. Nothing else.
Is that a room over here?
Yeah.
The hell is that?
A ton of shelves that have fragments of rotted and just left to decay papers and scrolls.
Hey, I found a
books.
library.
Yo, you got books in there?
Yeah, I got books in there.
Sounds neat.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go for the night.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Keep playing for however long you need to.
Okay. Good night.
Oh. Okay. I don't know.
should still try and find a spot to camp up because I want to test if we can send anything to Benevir's.
Mm,
That way we could get supplies if we need them. I actually
true.
haven't given Benevir's an update on any of this, so
Yeah,
maybe they would
that's
send us supplies for such a unique mission.
yeah. You probably should talk to your boss about this with that magic bag, because
Yeah.
If
my
there's a lot of
experience in
paper
the
there.
desert out here does not extend to whatever hellhole this is.
Well, I want to make sure I get a whole bunch more flasks of oil so I can keep this lantern of revealing going. I only have 4 more.
Mm.
I don't remember how long oil flasks last. But yeah.
like check the immediate surroundings for traps.
I'll let you roll an investigation check with
Ooh.
disadvantage.
That's it's usually what we roll for this type of thing.
Yes,
And
it is.
I'm definitely the best person for that type of thing.
There's no traps here.
Yep, all clear according to my addled brain. So I don't know
Is
how much you
there-
can trust me, but
Is
do
the
with it what
torch
you
in this
will.
room- Is the torch in this room lit?
I saw books, so
I'll say there's a lantern that's pretty well shielded, but that's it.
Oh, okay. Does this room only have the one entrance?
That's what it looks like to me.
Nice.
me too.
This might not be a bad spot to hole up for the night.
We're also trapped if something comes through the door.
It's true.
I'm gonna stand right here. I'm going to make sure that
Any-
doesn't happen. You want to
Do
look through
any of
books?
these
That's
items?
on you.
I guess I'll start looking through the items to see what remains.
Yeah,
If
let's
there's anything-
ransack this shit.
Like a bunch of cupboards and stuff, or like shelving.
Yeah, I gotta say,
It's
I'm
a
really
lot
not
of
feeling that.
just like scraps of paper, and some of it just like falls apart as soon as you touch it, and it's all kind of mixed together. I will say
Trade with me. You go.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Go
Get in my
look
business?
at the books with him. All right, I'm off my game today. You know this.
If you're off your game, maybe you shouldn't be posting guard duty.
I swear to fucking God, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Go.
Never's gonna fucking argue with me.
Yeah. This
a
whole
lot
place
of
is
like
putting us on an off game.
some of the text is in different languages, and some of it that is like in common or Elvish or whatever language you understand are in like a weird old script that is hard to read, so it takes some time. Like
Nick, are you just pacing? That's what it
What
looks
do they
like.
say?
the first scrap that you pick up says, this man's face looks exactly like the last person he saw.
I did.
Okay.
What you got in that book, buddy?
Just strange cryptic riddles that I haven't figured out yet.
Okay.
This man's face looks exactly like the last person he saw. So a little bit like the torch that we picked
Oh, that
up.
lantern.
Yeah, the lantern of scary faces.
We're just gonna assume that I have that because I think I was giving it to him before he did Channel Undead, and then he didn't complete that thought before he left. So, well, I got it. So if you think it's relevant, let me know.
I
I'm
I
just
say shine the light from it. Maybe it's related.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you keep searching for another scrap of paper you can read?
Yeah, I'd like to keep searching through all the papers.
I'm gonna light the lantern while you do that.
The second thing you find appears to be like relatively intact. Let me see. This reads as some sort of bounty for a time elemental. There's a reward.
How much is the reward?
What does a bounty for an elemental go for? A
Yeah, I'm
time
curious.
elemental.
10,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that's pretty large. So that's probably means that it's really tough to fight. Have I ever heard of a time elemental?
The bounty will only be paid if it is still chained and um, either somebody is part of the original party that sought to find it or has a copy of the bounty.
Imagine trying to kill off a time elemental with extra stipulations on top of it, and then you don't get paid for it. Imagine that.
Yeah, it sucked.
Did found by the original party or
Or you
has
possess
copy,
a copy of the bounty.
which we now do. Okay.
Wonder
It
who
should be
even
delivered to.
tries to get a bounty for a time elemental and why.
Do I even know anything about a time elemental? Damn.
Actually, yeah, because would we even really know what that is aside from maybe Azon?
Got history, but not much in terms of nature or
I don't think I had
spellcasting.
any history.
I'm aware of like summoning elementals, I think, but I don't know if I've ever heard of a time elemental.
It sounds awful. Just
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
throwing out my limited experience.
It sounds spooky and not something to trifle with.
But, there's papers here everywhere. You could spend
Oh, really?
hours and hours sorting through stuff.
And there's no, like, really pattern to the madness, right?
It's all just kind of mixed together, and you have to sort to find something that's legible and in a language you understand.
I think.
Hell,
what
just
I'll
start throwing some of that
instead
shit in your bag, too.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna start gathering the papers and put them in, or I want to take a paper and write down, spend some time writing down, like what has happened, like a brief summary. I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail, but like about how we started traveling east. We encountered the lizard folk. We kept traveling east, and then we got caught up in the middle of the night, and the moon lured us.
Oh,
The
God.
moon lured some of us to like this weird portal slash dungeon slash incomprehensible area that we have no idea where we're at, but we found these papers, and if you could go over them and figure out what it is, and we'll be likely sending through more unique magical oddities here soon.
Just start shoveling shit into the bag.
I think I'll
Just scooping books and whatever else.
I'll send that paper first, or the note with my report, and that we'll be sending in items randomly as we find them if I think that they're worth something, and that we'll need some supplies back, like flasks, like maybe 5 flasks of oil and some food and water.
Hey, actually, you're gonna request something. Send in, like I'm gonna take a piece of paper, go in here and grab
Anything that you're actually
just-
requesting, type it out in the chat so I can kind of remember.
Okay. I'm gonna just take a big piece of paper. I'm not even gonna bother reading what's on it. I'm just gonna.
A lot of
do
the
that,
scraps in
and
this
then-
paper, like if you just reach for a random piece of paper in this room, it basically falls apart in your hand.
Shit.
You have to be ginger with it.
Does
Does it appear that the bag of Benevirs is working though? Like I can actually put things in there and
You put something in the bag, and you open it and look inside, and it just fades to like a black pit. It always does. You don't see the paper that you put in there.
nothing out of ordinary.
As you finish writing the note and send it through, you start to hear footsteps.
I'm immediately walking back over here, trying to find a piece of leather or something. Got company.
That's all I'm thinking of right now. Okay, so yeah.
Those are horrifying faces, by the way.
Yeah, I guess we're coming back to look here. I've got my lantern of thing out. I don't know how many papers I stuffed in, but I at least wanted to get that first note in there.
That whole time was I just burning oil and nothing was happening?
What you were using to face the lantern?
Yeah, the entire time he was doing that, I was lighting that and seeing if anything happened in the room like they told me.
You didn't. I don't think you noticed anything. Let me review what it does again.
Okay.
Oh shit! It's not gonna be a lot like me. Gotta find it manually.
On the note, I would like to add that contact Azon
In the chat.
directly. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't notice anything new about the room or about the lantern right now.
Okay.
If it's still dark enough in this room, I'm gonna like walk here and put my like press my back up against it, see if I can hide in case somebody like walks in from either here, here.
Oh yeah, I had meme.
Oh, absolutely fucking not.
He's got a friend too.
Quick aside,
Oh,
did it seem like there was plenty of oil in the lantern to leave it on, or what?
We'll say it was full when you found it.
Okay.
now are we
I'll
just
turn it
gonna-
off before I leave the library either way.
Are we just gonna try and run, or are we gonna try and communicate with him with this item, this thing?
I'm gonna be looking over to you guys and like doing a shushing thing. And then I'm gonna like, as he's walking, I'm gonna try to avoid being like in his line of sight if I can. Like, I don't know if I can do like a stealth check or something.
You can roll stealth, but he is coming close, and you have disadvantage.
Oh, right. Well, okay. Let's.
11s.
Wow.
Oh, I bet I have a character sheet for him with perception.
That is an absolutely horrific fucking icon. Like,
Well, I think that's from the what that game. That's like from some of the old Fallout devs. I think. Anyway, you see something in the shape of a man, but he's large, and his face is shaped exactly like the moon. And you think on it, and it is, in fact, since you saw the moon last night, it is exactly by the moon, like the moon. Last night's moon was a half moon, and his face is exactly the same half moon right now. And the other side of his face is just empty.
like, is there a shape to it, or is it like just
It's just
there's
empty.
nothing there? Okay.
So you're telling me we got one of these in here?
He has half a face, but his face is just like merged onto his.
We got one of those little baddies in here? That's creepy.
Did you post something?
In
Yeah.
hobbies, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. There's ideas like that, but
Okay, so wow.
And what about his little friend? I assume I can see it from this angle.
I chose. It is ferocious. Let's see the description. It is an armored, like cracked out ferret. That's my
Bush ferret sized.
It is like dog sized.
All right, if
it,
I'm
it
in
has
the
like steroid pumped, like bulging muscles.
oh man, all right, if I'm already kind of like caught, be like, I'm just gonna just say it like, Ig, get that thing under control.
Mm.
Hello.
I'm stepping back away from
Yeah, I think we gotta bounce. This is not a situation that I want to be in.
How
So
are
is that a
you
giant
doing?
man? Like, is he
Oh,
actually
there's
that
more
giant?
of you.
Oh, he's a
Hello
large size.
there.
Oh,
Hi. How are you
Aw.
on this fine evening? Or day? It's hard to tell inside of here, isn't it?
What is your purpose here?
We were forced here. We don't know.
You were led here
What is
by
your
the moon.
purpose here?
Kind of.
So your
Lizard
purpose is to bring
people.
us here?
The moon made us come east, and then lizard men made us go into here. And we're not sure why. We don't even know where here is, honestly.
As his eyes like lock towards each of you as you're talking, you kind of feel like your feet bind to the floor. Like if you were to like shift your weight, you wouldn't be able to lift your leg. But as he looks at somebody else as somebody else is talking, that effect goes away on you. You just feel like a presence from this person that is intimidating. Well, if you don't know why you're here, then perhaps I can give you a purpose.
What's your purpose here?
I serve the creator of this place.
Oh.
What's your name?
I am called Torgos Zeus.
Torgos Zuth.
Pretty
And
cool.
Zeus or Zuth?
TH.
Zuth.
Who's your buddy over there? Is he like riding his shoulder or something?
Uh,
I'm gonna keep notes
not
here.
exactly.
Garrett?
This is Overdose.
Overdose. I see. I'm Ig. With a Y. Like Yggdrasil.
I don't have the walkie-talkie.
You were named after a tree.
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
So do I have it or not?
The Rocky Talkies? You have to have
Yes.
them in your ear.
Yeah, I don't know if
Oh.
we have used it recently. Like
Oh.
I assume I would have kept it there, but I don't know.
I don't think you have.
You
a
have
walkie-talkie. I think
disadvantage
that would be
on any hearing checks while you have it in your ear.
Oh, I mean, if
So-
we're gonna just give it to me, then I was gonna use it to like yet again tell Ig get that fucking thing under
You
control.
have to talk
because-
out loud to use it. It's not like a
Yeah,
mind
I'll say it out
talking.
loud.
So, I would just be like, yeah, like a tree, and then make some leaves kind of fall from above my hand. Figuring he'll kind of get the hint.
Interesting.
So you spoke of a purpose. What you got for us? I mean, we don't really have much else except for, I mean, maybe leaving, but we can't go the way we came from because we might be killed, or maybe we're trapped here. I don't know. Let's hear what you got.
Well, as long as you don't cause problems within this area, you are not an enemy of this place's creator. You're not an enemy of me. So perhaps
Okay.
you can find use in searching for my children.
Hmm.
They've been stolen.
Okay. And what do
Need
they
a sh-
look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need descriptions.
Do you see many Selenian people?
I don't know what that is. So no, probably not.
They'll look quite similar to me.
Oh, okay. Well, that should be easy enough. Is there some general rules we're meant to follow as far as not causing harm to the area? Seeing
I
as how we're from the outside, you know.
know who to trust and what to touch and what not to touch. And when in doubt, don't touch anything.
Fair. If something attacks us, say, you know, are we within our rights to defend ourselves? Does that work around these parts?
This place can play tricks on you. There are people here, such as yourselves, that have lost part of themselves, and violence is often their first recourse.
Ah,
It is not a crime to defend yourself,
okay.
but most people here are prisoners.
On that, you and I agree. Of their own making, or did you make them a prisoner?
Some could say you are a prisoner now, could you not?
Yeah, I'd say that makes sense.
Is this a choice that you're also making for us?
I didn't hear that.
So if we wanted to leave, would you let us?
It is the moon's will that you be here. I will not stop you if you leave, but you should follow the moon.
Okay. You know anywhere we could get some good rest around here? We're a little run ragged.
There are places that are many people and things inside the maze will not approach, but they are few and far between.
I see.
There's not one nearby that I know of.
Unfortunate. Okay.
Who's the
Well,
creator of this place?
The Medusa.
The Medusa. Sure.
is this anything we would have heard of? Like a fairy tale type deal or no?
It is ancient enough history that probably not. You can roll a history check with disadvantage, but you gotta be on top of it. And I'm afraid that's not it.
Alright, that's cool.
Okay. I never heard of them.
What's the Medusa like? Are they nice?
I do not wish to speak of her today.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is something you will learn about in time.
All right. Well, I guess we can go start looking for a place to rest and keep an eye out for your children. How many did you say you lost? I don't know if we asked.
2 sons,
Two
a
sons
Noel
and
and a Nolise.
If
Into
we
what?
find them, where would we tell them to go, or just kind of keep them with us? Like, how would we find you?
I'll find you.
Oh, okay. Do we need to do anything, or you'll just once we find them, you'll be able to find us?
I wander everywhere. I know
Okay.
things that are different.
Well, sounds good to me. Well,
Is this
I'm
room
ready
a
to
good
go
room to
looking
sleep
whenever
in?
you guys are.
Oh yeah,
If
Yeah,
you
let's-
wish to
nowhere
find
near.
rest without a safe room, I would recommend a full barricade, or else you will likely be disturbed.
Hmm.
There's not much rest here.
Rats.
And that is where people lose themselves most often.
Hmm.
Well, in that case, it's guess we should start looking.
That's true. We really
Yeah.
should. Time is of the
Yeah,
essence,
let's.
then.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Zuth, Sir Zuth. What was his first name?
Torgos.
Torgos. That's what it is. Torgos Zuth.
You could look with us if you want.
I'll say ease on with your passive perception. You also notice kind of something else moving behind him. It is smaller, and you just get like kind of a sense of like something snake-like, but you just lose it as he turns and walks away.
Do you think he'd be upset if I pointed my lantern of revealing at him?
I can't answer that.
Or if we followed, do you think we could follow him?
Look at that fishing expedition you just tried to metagame.
I'm gonna point my lantern of revealing at him as he walks away, just like scanning it over him.
I am immediately backing up when you try to do that.
You don't notice anything invisible about him. Nothing shimmers.
Okay.
Now let's
Alright.
get the fuck
So,
out of here immediately.
While his token is large, was he seriously like?
He's big.
Okay.
Like 10
Fair
feet
enough.
Like,
tall
is he
big?
like just tall, or was he also like rotund?
Both.
Okay.
Okay.
His
Cool.
just proportions are just larger.
Okay.
Well, let's go this way.
Yeah, how's that parrot doing? Is it chilling? Is it?
We'll say it left
Bird.
the room when
A parrot and a ferret.
the crack ferret got near.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's keep moving. I see this room up here. And you said the names were Anul and Elise?
A knoll and a Nolise.
And Elise, okay. Did he say the name of his race? I couldn't quite pick it up.
Selenian. Sele.
Okay, I'd never heard of that race before, so okay.
I've never seen that race before.
Yeah, this is
All right,
completely
Egg.
odd.
So you're 0 for 2 when it comes to getting animals under control in here.
But do you think that's an animal? That was a what? It was a giant
didn't-
moon man. That's not an animal.
You didn't see his little pet behind him?
He was his pet. What do you want me to do? You want me to kill
Make
his
sure-
pet?
I didn't say kill it.
But it was under control. He had it.
Mm.
Why would I
Yeah.
do anything?
He doesn't really have mind control. Doesn't really like you can't really mind control.
Yeah, I also
Animals,
like I
like-
can talk to animals. I didn't see a reason to, considering that man was talking to us. Well, you have a phobia of ferrets? Fucking
I have a
weirdo.
concern of animals that aren't leashed. Unless you
Okay.
want something like that.
Well, I come from a city where leash laws don't exist, so it's not a problem for me.
Wow, that's true.
What a
That's
horrid,
pretty true.
What a horrid
It's true.
place.
And now watch your mouth, or don't. What I really don't care.
From this northern room, birdsong drifts and comes from, and peeking inside, you see 7 cages made out of different material. There's like silver and gold, and even like a jade cage.
What's the dingiest looking one?
Like grossest?
Like not as expensive. Like, is there like a steel or an iron or like something like
Yeah,
that?
there's a plain
Nice.
iron cage.
Okay.
It seems to have rusted over time.
Big enough to house a glowing red bird.
These are smaller.
You said there was bird song. Is there birds that we can see or no?
You cannot see them.
All right. Well,
But
you
are
said
they?
when in
Like,
doubt,
but the
don't
sound
touch.
is. But the sound is obviously coming from like
Woo.
inside the cages, right?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Why don't you check the next room, Munashi? I'll wait here for you.
Give you a sideline glance, like.
I'll point my lantern of revealing at the cages.
You
know I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna take a little hit of that.
Munashi, you hear chanting coming from this next room. The lantern, I'll say, it makes the cages themselves shine, but you can't see any birds within the cages. But the bird song like stops as you wave the lantern over the cages. From the next room, you hear the chanting before you see anything, and as your eyes adjust to the darker room, you see kind of a large, kind of like a cross between a sphinx and a dinosaur. And there are some sort of people in here, figures in robes. Some of them are standing at attention with spears, and some of them are bowing down and worshipping this large beast.
Is it a statue or
Um,
who's writing during that part?
You are not immediately sure.
Minashi, what are you doing when you're seeing all this?
I'm taking in the sights. I haven't been doing anything.
So I go, so how's it look over there?
Shh.
Oh, what's wrong?
Okay, so how, like, would Ig saying that actually be loud enough for them to all hear that?
I'll be
Inside
nice
of-
and say no, just because like the
Ever?
bird songs like coming from you guys and the chanting,
Okay.
they don't appear to have noticed you yet.
Alright, I'm gonna step
on?
back
What's up?
and then tell both of them, or also Gael.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so any people we run into, assume they are immediately hostile, and there
Are
are
there
people that
people?
are in there. There are.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to avoid that room for now.
Or
then, if we
something
could.
that look like people.
Yeah, no, I'm down with like coming back later to that room. We got other rooms we didn't go to.
Azon, Gael, you looking to make friends? Because I'm not. I'm not looking to
not
make
much of a
friends.
people person.
Oh, no way,
man.
brother.
Yeah, that's what Gael sounds like for sure.
I mean, that's how I
Bryce
generally
Bryce
imagine
could
it.
just be in a mood and be like, "Oh, I'm just walking in there." So I have no idea. This could just be a stopping point, so like Bryce wouldn't have a lot to catch up on.
Right.
That's fair.
Whatever works.
I can get more sleep.
That's fine.
Yeah, and let Mr. Sick Boy do something else. So thanks for watching, and we'll see what happens next time.